Hi everyone, this is Susie from Minnesota, Zone 4, and it is August 2nd, and this is Weekly Garden Tour number 13. Sorry about all the cicadas. They're definitely humming away, or buzzing I should say. Hydrangeas are looking glorious. We had some rain, I would say a few days ago, about 2 inches. My rain barrel is full, so it takes a lot for that to get filled. I was a little nervous that all these would be squished. And this one is just starting, so these blossoms come out kind of in ivory. And sorry for all the background noise. I like to do my videos a little earlier, but I got a little late start today. This one is not quite so full, but I do like how these blooms are. They're a little more sporadic. I think I'm just going to concentrate mainly on my back garden. The front one, there's not a whole lot of change to it. It's just hostas, more of a shade. That way the tour doesn't get so long. This was one of the first hydrangeas here to come into bloom. And then you can see how it's changing color. I wish I knew this variety, because there is a light scent with this one. It's just beautiful. I just love coming up the walk here, the way everything looks. Poor little cicada. I shouldn't say little, he's quite big. My beagle hates flies. He just gets really weird with flies and he can't calm down, but yet give him a cicada, and he actually got a hold of one the other day and it started buzzing in his mouth. It was so disgusting. That doesn't bother him. Go figure. He did finally drop it, but I don't think it's a good thing either for them to get it. He didn't get sick or anything, but this one I know for sure is called Little Limelight, and you can see how the blossoms are more of a chartreuse. It'll start to come out a little more, and not cream, but not quite as green. Still beautiful. I was a little nervous about this one because I really cut this one back. But I did it because this got really floppy last year, and it looks really good. This is the north side of my house, and the north side of my house has the most sun. It's just weird. And it's mainly because of those big trees over there. This is my bloomering lilac. I do have one back there that's blooming. You can see it on camera. It's an overcast day, so hopefully it's not quite. There we go. So you can see it does bloom a little bit, but it puts on its biggest show in the spring. I've been trimming up this rose here. Oh, there's a big old bee. Oh, there we go. There have been a lot of bees around. I mean, huge, huge. You've got these bumblebees and even bigger. These are my gladiolas. This was one of my later plantings. I'm hoping I get something. I know they get floppy, but I love the colors. And I don't know, that was just an assortment. This is my wild area. The hummingbirds and bees absolutely love this. I've been trimming up the Mexican sunflower, at least trying to keep up with it. It's just been producing like mad. I do think next year I might put tomatoes in these 2 beds. It gets the most sun. I'd like to see how well the tomatoes do over there. I don't know. I love the flowers too. I always like to do something new and experiment. More glads. This rose here looks phenomenal. It has a nice light scent. And that's been flowering on and off the whole season, so I'm really happy with this rose. And the growth that it's put on. This coneflower has just been beautiful. I love how it's more compact, and I'll show you the other one that I'm not happy with. So I don't know. You can see that one's just a little wonky looking. Gloriosa daisy. And then if I can show you, I love Russian sage. I do hate how floppy it gets sometimes. I mean, it's not completely floppy. I've had it worse. I think I planted it about 10 years ago. But I'll show you when I get to the other side. I do have some, if you can see down there, like little half hoops kind of holding it up. I tried putting it in a cage. It looked weird. I don't know. It just looked, I didn't like it. And then in here, if you can see, I don't want to, there's so many bees, I don't want to get stung. This is a black-eyed Susan. I love black-eyed Susans, but I can't really see it. I was expecting it to get a bit taller. So I'm thinking, and then back in there I have another rose. So I might have to do some moving. I know that one will get big at some point. It said 3 to 4 feet. But black-eyed Susan, I might move that. I have to try and figure out where. It's just getting hidden back there. And bee balm has come to an end. I do have to trim it. It's just, there's still a lot of bees in it, so I have to be really careful. Tall garden phlox. This has a nice, lovely scent to it. My garden smells so nice just sitting out here. Even coming home from work, especially in the evenings. I get home probably between 9 and 10 o'clock most nights, if I'm lucky. But between the Nicotiana and my lily that's blooming, and the datura, it's just, I love it. Just gonna back out of here. Sedum, I love how nice and purpley it looks. Next year I'm gonna have to try and pinch it to see if I can stop that from happening. Shouldn't do that. It does have enough sun in this area, so I just think it got so heavy that it gets floppy. It will bloom at some point. Can't wait to see what that looks like. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not extremely in love with these. I don't know. I think especially this one's reverting. I'm leaving it. That's a lot of work. But I don't know. It's just, it's not doing it for me. I'm thinking, I like the grassy texture to give a little contrast, but I'm thinking even maybe doing like a blue fescue, that bluish color with the purple here, or even lamb's ear, I think would look really nice. I'm just not in love with this daylily. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I hate getting rid of healthy plants. And I'm really not up to making another garden at this point. I still have that other one to fill in. But yeah, this coneflower looks really good too. I think it's tripled in size from last year. But see how the Russian sage, I mean, it looks, I like it. Those supports really have helped keep it upright. I love the purple, but I need something a little taller in back. I'm wondering if I should do even a hardy hibiscus back there because it's got such a huge flower and will kind of poke through the airiness of the Russian sage because you're just not seeing the black-eyed Susan. And then the hardy hibiscus would definitely offer me some later color. Lots of choices. And we'll see what I get to this year. The cat mint is still doing really good. Just been trimming that up. This is Cat's Pajamas. Can't wait to see how it fills in next year. This is just a newly planted plant this year. Right back here, this is White Wands Veronica. I trimmed it up just the other day. It got really floppy. The rain really smushed things down. Then look at this oriental lily. And I'm glad it stayed this size because I planted an oriental lily one other time and it got huge. It was at the front of the border, so it looked a little weird. And the smell is amazing. See, my bunny is a little hidden there. Just gonna swing you here. Caladiums are definitely putting on the show. Going bananas is, I gotta get in there, deadhead, remove the stalks, and maybe, hopefully, get another flush of blooms. I have one. I really like the going bananas. Just, it's a light pastel yellow. It's not like a mustard yellow. My hostas still look really good. They filled in really nicely. I can't wait to see what they do next year. And we've had the perfect amount of rain. I mean, when you think about how green everything is, and it's August, normally things are starting to look brown and a little dead looking, and things are just still really lush. We've had maybe, I would say, a total of a week and a half of warm weather. Other than that, we've been mid-80s, high 70s. It's been quite pleasant. Oh, what just... Okay, not sure what that was. That was huge. That may be a hummingbird moth. That would have been cool to catch on film. Love this coneflower. I don't know the variety, but it does start off kind of a peachy orange, and then it fades. Oh, I can smell my lily from here. I love the heads of the coneflowers. So you can see back here how big this rose has gotten here. Because it's going almost, if you see how tall my grass is, it's just lovely, absolutely lovely. I wish I could have caught this daylily in bloom. It's Nosferatu. This flower head was a little tricky to get off, but it's a really dark color. It also, I don't know if you can see on camera here, it stains fingers when you deadhead it. But I'll see if I can catch some blooms a little bit later as they happen. This is a coneflower that just looks messy. It's all over the place and flopping and just... And all I get are these flower heads. It's, if you can see, I don't have many petals on. What would do that? Would a bug do that, or is it just the plant itself? So I'm not thrilled with this one. So I'm definitely going to have to stake it, something. I mean, you can see, it should have petals. So I'm thinking, I'm not happy with this one. Maybe I'll move the Black-Eyed Susan over here and give a little pop of yellow in this area. Don't know. Alright, let's see. I'm trying to figure out which way to go because, as you can see, everything is... The marigolds have done amazing this year. I would never have guessed this. Let's see. I think I'm going to walk this way. Oh, look at these. The zinnias this year are really... They're still nice. They really are. But I got a lot of deadheading to do. They're just... Maybe it's because I planted them here last year that maybe I should rotate to kind of like what I do with my crops. Cosmos, I had deadheaded a lot, so I still need to do some deadheading. Not bad, it still brings in the butterflies. Okay, I just don't want to step on, you can see the vines are all over the place. My tomato plant I have to walk under. Alright. These zinnias are still gorgeous. You can see the foliage here is nice and green. No spots. Maybe there's something wrong with that area. So everyone likes the zinnias. No way. He is right there. I wish I could have gotten on film, but I was trying not to move. If you heard like a little, I don't know, fluttering, that was a hummingbird right in front of me. I mean, I probably could have reached out and touched him. The hummingbirds love this area. Look how tall this cosmos has gotten. It's just gigantic. Again, walking through here. I do like that area. Okay, this is the Joe Pye weed here. I was worried that I wasn't going to get any blooms, but I am. They're just starting to form there, if you can see. I thought maybe I trimmed it up too late. If I can focus, I don't know if you can see that, but I will have blossoms. That's huge. Clematis is still putting on a show. That's been a long time. I was going to fix this one because it's going into the Asclepias here. I'm just leaving it. It's still full of blossoms and it's not hurting anything at this point. Once I trim up the Asclepias, in the fall time, I'll kind of drain the clematis to go back on that obelisk. I still have some flower heads here. I'm thinking I might trim some up and I might get another bloom. I have seen some monarch caterpillars on here. I tried looking today to see if I can find any, but I'm not seeing any. But there were a couple. Bee balm is still looking good. I have some more coming on over here, which I really like. I'm just kind of letting the giant fleece flower do what it wants to do. It is supporting itself. The only ones I did trim up were the bottom ones for when I mow. And then on my pagoda dogwood here, the berries are starting to turn color. I'm surprised there's still some on. The birds love this. My town had sprayed just a few days ago, so that helped tremendously with mosquitoes. Otherwise, I couldn't get out to my gardens. I could get out enough to water. I have my bug suit on, even now, because there's a stray mosquito, but I couldn't get in here to do any trimming. So, the honeysuckle, I can't believe how good that looks again. And I was also going to show you here too, if you can see it, right in here, I have a caladium. So, I had some more help from my squirrel friends. I was picking beans, and it looks like I still have some to pick here. I don't think this is dragon tongue. I'm not sure what variety. It might have just been just a wonky seed in there, different variety, because the dragon tongue, I wish I had one to show you, are definitely different than that. They're a little flatter, a little thicker. Let's see. Maybe there's one on the other side. And then in the front here, I'll be planting some more beans. This caladium looks fantastic. So thank you, my little squirrel friends, for once. You were a nice little helper. Okay, where was it? No. Oh, right here. That's a dragon tongue. So when you look at this, so I don't know what variety is on the right side. Still really good tasting, but the dragon tongue is so sweet. This is worth it. I mean, I love the flavor. Very happy with that one. The purple ones are really good too, but I tend to eat the beans raw also. And back here I have just a mixture of my native plants. I want to say there's a black-eyed Susan of some sort. Or a sunflower. I think it might be a sunflower. And then I know this stuff, if you can kind of see it, it's lots of creeping Jenny down there. Okay, what this bee is kind of hanging on, it's called late figwort. kind of a weird name. It is going to get bigger, just not this year. It's a baby. Then I have some grasses back. I figure it can just do what it wants to do back there. Kind of walk out. This is a beautiful, one of my favorite daylilies. Look at the ruffled edges. I don't remember the name of this one. Isn't that gorgeous? Lots of flowers to come, so I can't wait. And this one, I have to say, it's a close second because that double, or I'm not even sure if it's more than a double. Isn't that beautiful? And this is the Ligularia in bloom. Oh, there's something in it. Lots of weird bugs. It's kind of cool. I'm like, holy moly. I'm hoping he's a good guy. Let me know if he's not. And then down in here, this is a foxglove beard tongue, or beard tongue foxglove, another native to my area. And this is a cardinal flower. They were just teeny tiny little plugs, so next year I should hopefully get a better show. They're just hanging in there, so I'm happy about that. This daylily, I still might move. I know it's got a flower head on here, so I'm very happy to see that. Stella. Oops, my little mushroom. The birds like to sit on this. I got some moss in here along with some hens and chicks. Kind of weird, huh? Moss likes it wet and hens and chicks like it dry, but yet they're both thriving. My rose here, it looks like it's going to put on another show here of flowers. I think it's also easy paprika. I better get going a little faster here. Kind of taking a little too long. The sedum still looks really good. I expect it to flop. You can kind of see it starting. I just love how big the flower heads get. It's nice and spongy. You can see this one daylily still every now and then pokes through. I have some trimming to do in there. You can see there's that right there. That's from my tree. Well, it's a little seedlings or whatever. Oh, the mosquitoes kind of found me. Spoke too soon. I did pull some primrose right in here. I might do a little bit more. Let's see if I can show you how easy it is to pull. Not the ones that are in the rocks, but so to kind of keep it contained, it's really easy. Definitely not like the snow on the mountain. That's a toughie. And this is a thug, so it can take it. So I might clear off a little, or I might move this to my new area. It's kind of getting hidden back there, and I could plant something else. Oh, I could maybe move Black-Eyed Susan over there. One second. I did that, and the mosquitoes came flying out. I probably shouldn't have done that. My turtle head here is starting to get the heads. It'll be a little bit, I would say closer to September, which is fine. I'm not ready for fall. I never am. I love summer. This Persicaria down here, it looks beautiful. I'm glad to see that. A lot of you wonder why I deadhead all of my hostas. One second. I'm going to put the hood on. better. They just start looking messy, is what happens. And I have so many hostas, and what happens is all you see is just pretty much purple all over. And I feel like that's all you see. You can't focus on anything else. The bees do like it. The hummingbirds do like them. I kind of pick and choose which ones I keep. I like the smaller ones. I'll go back over here. Like this one isn't too bad. But I have some that get about at least 4 feet. And they start flopping, falling over, and it's, to me, it does become an eyesore at some point. Like, I don't mind these either, because they're a little shorter, and also they're a little whiter. So I do. I pick and choose. I had deadheaded a bunch. And also I did it too whenever they sprayed, so I can get in there, because a lot of them were already spent. And these are coming to the end. Great Blue Lobelia. So I did all of these. It's just I couldn't see a whole lot of stuff in back. So everybody has their own liking. I like the hostas for the leaves. That's the main reason why I grow them. I figure about the middle of August is when I'm going to start working with this area in here. I think I'm just going to move a lot of what I have just to make room for other plants. That is a huge, huge leaf. The caladiums this year, unfortunately, aren't as spectacular as they were last year. I had a lot of rabbit damage, and you can see squirrels taking them. I love this one. Absolutely love this one. And there's some of my trimmings. It's not just hostas, it's also the tree roots that I'm dealing with. My bleeding heart is still hanging in there. I'll just kind of do a quick view over here. A little more yellow, but it's August 2nd, and it's usually by now it's pretty much died to the ground. And that kind of tells you about the type of season that we've had. Oh, I want to show you this real quick because whenever I do my next container video, it probably won't be blooming. Sorry about the air conditioning. Isn't that beautiful? Back out. I still haven't done anything with this one here, the Simicifuga. I'm just letting it do what it wants to do. I will be moving that. I love the foliage on that, and that also offers a scent. The flowers are very strong smelling. And see how my comfrey is reverting back to green. That I will pull. But I will use all those leaves as, I might just use it as a mulch. I don't think I have enough there to make a fertilizer with it. But I have a feeling it's not going to be gone because I dug that out of one other spot. It's got a long taproot. So it'll keep coming back. I just take the leaves and I lay it around plants. And then here, it's not blooming yet, but you can see all the flower heads on this, and I can't wait. This is an anemone. And then, what's the name of it besides? It's called Fall in Love Sweetly. We'll see how that does. We'll see if it comes back next year. I don't have a whole lot of luck. But everything does look really nice. I haven't had to do a whole lot of watering. I haven't had to water any of my in-ground plants except for the new ones. Actually, the only one I had to water, I had to think about that, is the Ligularia. Otherwise, everything else has been really doing well. I just love this view. Actually, I like all the views. But with the hydrangeas kind of popping through there. Strawberries are starting to get another flush of blossoms. Hopefully I have a better luck and it's not quite so wet. But this is the view right here. Sorry, I had to look behind me so I didn't trip over my chair. And that I see when I sit. When I can actually relax and not think about stuff. It's like sometimes even when I'm relaxing, I need to just rest my mind too. So hopefully you like this tour, and I'm not sure when the next one's going to be just because I have a first floor remodeling going on, and that's going to be about, they say 2 weeks. I'm thinking it's going to be more a month. So I'm hoping that I can get another tour in. I'd like to show you the one daily lily that's not blooming, the Nosferatu. That's a really, really pretty one. And then I'll probably do a video on my vegetables. I'll see if I can even do one on a harvest. It's kind of hard when I'm one-handed in the tripod. You can see I don't have many areas to set it up in there. And then I will eventually do another video on my containers. So yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed this video, and bye for now.